Hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess and this is my June TBR. So every month I play a TBR game where I lay out 20 of these little prompts on these cards and I use a random number generator to pick 5, and those correlate to the 5 prompts I will use to pick my 5 books I'm going to read that month. I do have 2 rules. The first one is that anytime a number comes up twice, we will add an extra book at the end, so we'll add an extra roll. And the other one is that any books that I did not complete in the previous month will automatically be added on to this month's TBR. So without further ado, let's get into those books that are going to be added this month. So for the month of May, I had 10 books on my TBR, and of those 10 books, I was not able to complete these 3 right here. And then I also picked up an extra one when I was at home and I didn't have my TBR books with me. So these 4 will automatically be getting added on. We have Blood for Blood by Ryan Groudon, 4 We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate, Fox by Nadine Brandes, and Anxious People by Frederick Backman. So if you are interested in any of these, I will link them all down below, as well as I will put my May TBR video right up here, so that way you can go check that out if you want to hear what I said about them. But yeah, these are automatically getting added on this month.
Random number 1. 12. Hardcover. And that will be replaced with paperback.
We have a hardcover, so this is any hardcover book. And for this one, I have chosen one that I have been waiting to read since it came out. I've been so excited to get to this book, and it's finally time. It's finally time. If you know me, if you know this channel, well, you might not know this from this channel, because I started this channel way after I read most of her books, but I did just finish one of her books, so maybe you know a little bit of it. I am a huge Sarah J. Maas fan, okay? She's one of my favorite authors of all time, and I know that's a very controversial thing to say because some people either really love her or some people really hate her. So I'm sorry if you don't like her. She's not for everyone. I get that. I totally get that. That's your opinion. But I personally love her, and so I'm excited to say that the next book on my June TBR is Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. So this is her first book in her newest series called Crescent City, and oh my goodness guys, I am so excited to read this. So this one follows a girl named Bryce whose friends have all been killed, and the supposed murderer is behind bars when all of a sudden these same crimes start happening again, and Bryce decides that she's going to take it upon herself to try to find this killer and avenge their deaths. And then we also follow a man named Hunt, who is a fallen angel, because what is a Sarah J. Maas book without some kind of like dark, morally corrupt dude? But yeah, that's Hunt, and he somehow gets wrapped up into helping Bryce try to solve these murders. And that's all I know, and that's all I want to know. I'm sure I'm gonna love it just as much as I've loved all of her other books, because they're amazing and she's amazing. But yeah, this one is on this TBR.
Number 2. 4. So Baby Pig, and that will be replaced with romance.
Our next one is Baby Pig.
The treats are out. Do you see what those are? Do you see what those are? Put some right here, see what she does. That way she knows what we're looking at here. Go get him. Go get him. Smell them? You smell them? You just walked right over them. No, the camera does not have the treats. Oh, oh. And that one it is.
And I just showed you the footage, and she has picked Horizon by Scott Westerfeld. This has been on my TBR for like 4 years now. It's been a very, very, very long time. So this follows 8 kids who are on this plane, and it crashes in the Arctic. And so they step out of the plane and they're expecting to just see a barren landscape of ice and snow, but they have landed in the middle of this jungle that is trying to kill them. And so it sounds so fun. It's reminding me, it's giving me really big Jumanji vibes, and I love Jumanji, so hopefully I'll love this one just as much. But this one little sentence is like making me want to read it so bad. It says, "Welcome to the world of Horizon, where the smallest decision can be a matter of life and death, and the greatest danger of all just might be the kid standing next to you." So like, I don't know, it sounds like so much fun, and it's pretty short, so it's going to be a really quick little read, and I'm excited to read it.
Number 3, 9, white, and that will be replaced with random letter generator.
Next we have white. So this is any book with white on the cover, and if you know me, if you've been watching my other TBRs, you know that I like to pick things that have barely any of the color on them. So for this, I picked a book that's title is white, and then it has some clouds in the background, so it kind of counts. But it is Sold on a Monday by Christina McMorris. And as you can see, white title letters, and then there's clouds in the background, some clouds here, so it's kind of white, you know? It makes sense, and again, my game, my rules, I'm going with it. But this, all I know about it is that it's a journalist, and he's driving down the road, and he sees this sign that says 2 children for sale, and he takes a picture of it, and it sparks this whole mess of things. And that's all I know about it, and that's all I kind of want to know about it, because I want to go into it kind of like just there for the ride almost. But yeah, I'm excited that this one is on my TBR, and hopefully it's going to be an a hard-hitting emotional read, which I assume it's going to be.
Number 4, 13, Kids Classic, and that will be replaced with male character. Reroll for number 4, Kids Classic, 12, paperback, and that is a double, so we will be adding another one onto the end, and that will be replaced with blue.
So for this one, we got Kids Classic. However, I don't have any Kids Classics. When I made this prompt, I had like 10 Kids Classic books, but I have since finished them all. So we re-rolled and we got paperback. So this is any paperback book on my TBR. And for this one, I am going with The Girl in the Spider's Web by David Lagerkrantz. So this is an interesting one because the original trilogy is by Stieg Larsson, and it is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It's called the Millennium series, and it is so good. I love it. It's like a psychological thriller almost, but it's not a thriller. It's not really a thriller, but it reads like a psychological thriller because it's so high stakes and it's chaos, but I love it. And it follows a man named Michael, and he is a journalist, and he is looking for this hacker that he's not so sure exists. And then our other one is Lisbeth Salander, and Lisbeth is a genius hacker that is just going around the world doing her own thing, and no one can find her and no one can catch her. And their lives intertwine, and they have to go on all these missions basically without it being missions, but they're running away together. It's the real only way to say that. But Stieg Larsson made the original trilogy, and I loved the original trilogy. And then this guy, David Lagerkrantz, actually picked it up and is continuing it. So this is the first book of his continuation after the original trilogy. So I am kind of excited, but kind of nervous to see how his writing partakes the story and what he's going to do with it. But yeah, we're finally going to start that whole journey.
Roll number 5, and hopefully the last. Number 3. Longest book. And that will be replaced for next time with nonfiction.
And then we have longest book. So this is the longest book on my TBR shelves. And my longest book at a total of 804 pages is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. All I know about this book is that it's high fantasy and it has dragons, and a bunch of people that like Brandon Sanderson's books love this one, and I love Brandon Sanderson's books, so I'm hoping I will love this one just as much. But again, I don't know what it's about, so let's read the synopsis together. So it says, the House of Berethnet has ruled Innis for 1,000 years. Still unwed, Queen Sabran IX must conceive a daughter to protect her realm from destruction, but assassins are getting close to her door. Ede Duran is an outsider at court. Though she has risen to the position of lady-in-waiting, she is loyal to a hidden society of mages. Ede keeps a watchful eye on Sabran, secretly protecting her with forbidden magic. Across the dark sea, Tanae has trained to be a dragon rider since she was a child, but is forced to make a choice that could see her life unravel. Meanwhile, the divided East and West refuse to parley, and forces of chaos are rising from their sleep. So we're following 3 perspectives. One's a dragon rider, one's a secret mage, and the other is the queen, and assassination attempts, and darkness, and dragons. It just sounds like a great time, and I'm not that excited because it's 804 pages, but I am excited to read it. So this one is on this month's TBR.
Roll number 6. 2. Person on the cover. And that will be replaced with plant on the cover.
So we have person on the cover. So this is any book with a person on the cover. And for that, I have chosen Little Men by Louisa May Alcott. So this one, I'm really not sure what the summary of this book is. All I know is that it's Little Men. It's a classic. I read Little Women a couple years ago now, and I got this, and I wanted to read it just so that I can say that I have read it because I've read Little Women and I enjoyed that one. But again, I don't really know what it's about, but I'm assuming it's pretty much just like Little Women, just with guys. So we're gonna tackle this one this month, hopefully. So in total, we have 10 books. I don't think they're all in the frame right now, but I'm trying. But yeah, we have 10 books to read this month. I think it's definitely doable. I'm not sure if it's gonna get done because a lot of these are bigger, but we're gonna try our hardest and try to make it through as much as we can. So I'm gonna set these down now because they're kind of heavy. There we go. But if you're interested in knowing more about any of these books or checking them out for yourself, they will all be linked down below as usual, so don't hesitate to go check those out. I'm also going to link my entire TBR playlist, so if you want to go back and watch any of those, that's down there for you also. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon with another one. Bye!